What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, as you can tell by the title, we're continuing on the Civic and we're continuing on rebuilding the suspension on this Civic. Now, every video I like to give a very quick rundown. So this is a 97 Honda Civic DX. I put a Y8 intake manifold on there and we slapped a budget turbo on there. I have every single detail of this documented on this YouTube channel. So if you guys want to copy this build, you literally can. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It is tuned by Tyler over at OxyTuned. I have an OxyTuned ECU. So for all of your ECU needs for these cars, rebuild, new, used, hit him up. He'll help you out. So anyway, as you guys saw in the last video, or as you may not have seen, we are working with a energy suspension full bushing kit for the 96 to 2000 Honda Civics. Now, today we're going to be moving on the front suspension. The last video we tackled the rear trailing arms and the rear toe arms, which I severely need to do a garage alignment and then take it to a shop to get professionally aligned, but I'm obviously waiting to do that. I'm waiting to do all of this before we do that. But anyway, today's video is going to be the rack and pinion bushing set, as well as the shifter bushing set. So I believe these are the two that we're going to be messing with. Now, the next video is going to be all of the upper and lower control arm bushings. I do have new max speeding rods, upper control arms in the car already, but I think I may just go ahead and swap out those bushings anyway, because I'm sure these bushings are a little higher quality than what came in the other bushings. Now, some stuff we do have here, we have some shock stabilizer bushings. I'm not going to mess with those because we have new coilovers in there. And then we have some sway bar and sway bar end link bushings. I'm not going to mess with those because we do not have a sway bar or sway bar end links. But anyways, let's just go ahead and jump right into this. Let's get the car jacked up and look underneath there. I don't really know what to expect. I have never done these bushings before. So I'm just gonna get the car up in the air, take a look at what we're working with, and see how we're gonna tackle it. I don't think, I don't plan on taking the steering rack out. I don't think we need to, but let's take a look. Let's go ahead and look at our bushing sets here. So this is the rack and pinion set. Now let's look at the shifter bushing set. All right, so that's also extremely simple. I already know where those go. I believe this is our setup. All right, guys, so here is the bottom of the car. There's the back. This is your shift linkage coming up here. So there's your front shift linkage bushing, the red. Looks like this has already been replaced recently, but we're still gonna replace it. And then you're upside down, but the back is, let's see, where am I looking? You can't really see it. I'll show you when we get back there, but it's that right there. So we're just gonna start taking stuff apart. I'm gonna get the shift linkage out of the way, which is gonna be taking this out, which that might be a 10 millimeter, and then we have to get this pin out, which I've got a punch here that we're just going to tap it out with. Shouldn't be a problem. But then you get your linkage out of the way, and then you'll see your steering rack is underneath this plate. So right here is one bushing we're going to be taken care of, and then the other bushings, I don't know if those just go right where the bolts are, but we'll get a better look when we remove this shroud, which these bolts look like they're going to be fun. All right, there's the pin. All right, there's the other linkage right there. All right, guys, so like we said before, we've got this one, so I'm going to take those two bolts out. But over here, I believe we probably have one here and on the other side, and one here and on the other side. So I'm hoping that when we remove these two bolts, this thing drops down enough to get those out. So we can get it down a little bit. It is going to be probably pretty challenging to get those out, but a little bit of patience and we should be able to get them out. So I've got a flathead screwdriver here with hopes of prying this out, but we'll see. All right, guys, it's looking like removing the steering column, or not removing the steering column, but just undoing the steering column will help us get those pins out that the rubber bushings are around. So there is a little plastic shroud around your steering column. This, obviously you want to undo that, and then you can pull your steering column out. I'm putting a little Sharpie mark just to kind of show where we were here, because I want to get this thing lined up perfect. All right, update. I'm just going to go ahead and pull the steering rack all the way out, because all it is two more nuts behind your wheels here, the castle nuts. So I'm going to take those out, or take the wheels off, pull it out, and then maybe I'll be able to show you guys what it takes to get those pins out, and then maybe you won't have to pull your steering rack all the way out. Mine is not a power steering rack, so if yours is a power steering rack, it's going to be more of a pain to pull out. All right, we got the steering rack out. I'm really hoping that you guys do not have to pull this thing out. So these pins only go out one way, it looks like, towards the car. So this is the side that connects to the car. This is the side that you're looking at when you're under the car. So hopefully you can just hit that out, but I don't know how tight it is. So let's see if we can tap it out. We may have to use the press. So if you tap it enough, you may be able to get those out, because I just tapped it out. It's not like it's pressed in. It's just surrounded by your little bushing, you know. So if you can tap on it enough in the car, you should be able to get it out. All right, well, I just cut this bushing off here that went right there, and got my new bushing, and it's super loose. So I don't know why. Maybe it's a power steering model. I'm done thinking about it. Wish I wouldn't have cut this, but I did. So I am just going to put this back on here and throw it all back in the car. At least we got our new bushings in here. All right guys, so I went ahead and pulled the shift linkage all the way out of the car. All that is two 12mm bolts back here. So now we can get under there, or not get under there, but now we can replace these bushings. So that, I'm just gonna pull that off there. And then this one up here, I'm gonna knock that pin out and then put our new one in. right, guys, back under the car. So we've got everything buttoned back up. I just wanted to show it to you. Here's our cradle here. We got everything bolted back in. Here's our shift bushing. Here's our other shift linkage. We got that back in. That goes all the way back. It is dark, but you can see all that rusty crap. We got that bushing in and that tightened. So now all we need to do is go back up in the car and connect our shifting or our steering shaft back up, and then we are officially done. All right, guys, I am not gonna lie. I am very happy that that is over with. Now, my opinion is a little swayed because so this was a 2-day thing. I started this late last night where I was kind of rushing it. And then this morning I woke up and went to the junkyard and actually pulled a D16 Y8 engine. So I'm very excited about that. I went ahead and got that so that we could build that on the side while we're continuing to work on the Civic. And when I say we, I've had this brought up before. When I say we, I mean me and you guys. I kind of look at it like we're all doing it together. So yeah, anyway, that's over with. Let me show you this other engine real quick. It's gonna be real sunny, so sorry, but I don't feel like getting my filter. Here she is. So that is actually a D16 Y8 with VTEC. So we now have a VTEC head and another engine to work on. So super excited about that. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this install. Like I said, it'll be different for you if you have a power steering rack. You probably don't necessarily have to take the rack out of the car, but overall, that was kind of a pain. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.